He's one of the most successful comedians of our time and the voice of a generation, if you will. No pressure. He's coming back to Toronto to do 3 shows and joining us backstage at the Winter Garden Theatre. Lewis Black. Lewis, how you doing?
Yeah, it's tough being the voice of a generation. As you can hear, it's created a rasp.
Now, you're back in Toronto. You're going to do 3 dates, April 24th through 26th. Is it safe to say you like this city?
Yeah, I do. I like Toronto. I mean, I spent a month here when we did Man of the Year. We were here for a month, and I like it a lot. It's a nice town.
It's pretty liberal city. Do you find that you can do things, or do you adjust your comedy at all based on the city you're in, or is it sort of you have your material and it's whatever happens happens?
Basically, I have the material and shove it down their throats. That's the way it works. It's easier that way. I mean, rarely do I do an adjustment. I'm serious. The only adjustment that there's a little bit different in colleges. And then when I'm in the South, and I learned this early on, is just slow it down a little. And you do. You kind of. I've realized it's funny because it really isn't like the stupid clause. It's they just talk. It's slower. And for those of you who are in Biloxi, this Halloween, you may want to come see my show in Biloxi, Mississippi. Seriously, at the casino. I can't. That's
on Halloween.
On Halloween, I'll be pretending that I'm not Jewish that night. I'll be wearing my Christian mask.
No, obviously political shortage in your material, and fortunately, you had the last 8 years as a resource. Is it a little more difficult now with the president who's a little more well-spoken than past administration?
Do you really think that we, the American people, have somehow become more intelligent? I mean, and I'm thrilled to hear it, but no. Granted, Obama's much more erudite, a word I toss to you, and certainly, and speaks more to us. He actually speaks to us, yeah. But it's not so much the leader can only do so much. I mean, Bush wasn't really so much the target as what was around Bush, and the same thing with Obama. It's not so much. It's like whack-a-mole in the United States. You get rid of one thing and another one pops up.
Right. One of the potential ideas that's being kicked around now is that marijuana could be legalized to sort of generate some funds. Is this going to happen?
I could really push this. I really think it's got to happen. My generation has really been. It's a great generation, but they've left nothing. There's no legacy. There's nothing we've left behind except like a mess.
Right.
But the one thing we could make up for it, if just in one fell swoop, is if we got in my lifetime. Because I think the only reason that my generation came to the planet was to legalize marijuana.
Right.
I'm serious. When we were sitting around in college, and it didn't matter, college, my friends not in college, whatever. Everyone agreed. Oh, we'll make this legal. That's if we don't do anything else. Well, we didn't even do that. So I think if we do that, then people will look back at us and think,
right.
They didn't do a lot, but they did